Okay, here's a quick video. Had the problem with the horn. You honk the horn, it wouldn't work centered. As soon as you turn it, it'd start to work. So immediately I thought, oh, that's a clock spring, right? You can see the clock spring behind there, shadows, right? So I bought a clock spring, installed it, same exact problem. So I've been checking it out now more thoroughly, and that's why this is one of those don't let this happen to you videos. Check your grounds. Cardinal rule messed up. I checked continuity through all the wires and everything after the fact, and everything was good. Everything was good up into the horn. But of course the this is the airbag and the horn switch. This is the connector for the horn. These are the switch for the horn. When you push on your pad, these compress. I don't know if you can see that. These will compress, but this is bolted to the steering wheel where it gets its ground from, right? And I've never seen this. 99.9% of the time, it's going to be a clock spring when you have that kind of issue. When you turn the wheel and nothing happens. But in this case, it wasn't. So what was it? Well, again, like I said, check your grounds. So I got my meter hooked up to body ground. I'm gonna touch the ground point on the steering wheel. Nothing. Let's see what happens when I turn it. Hear that? Steering column, where ground's at, wherever that is, I still gotta look for it. It's not grounding right. You turn it. So, clock spring for nothing, and now I got more work to do. So more thorough diagnosis. Don't let this happen to you. Take it easy. Okay, I've taken out the steering wheel, clock spring, airbag obviously before that, turn signal, light switches, and here's the shaft. Pretty wide view of it. And there's a bearing, and it looks pretty nasty. Alright, let's get a little focus. So, the steering column grounds to these bearings. Think. So, I think that the fluid is so... the grease is so tore up and old. This is a 2002 Toyota Sequoia, by the way. Rusty, that is causing continuity problems. So I'm going to try to clean this out and see what happens. Let's see, I have a little let's keep that grounded. Alright, so I'm going to try some deoxit. Series dissolves corrosion, improves connections, and protects surfaces. Flushing action, safe on plastics, blah 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 blah. Deoxit is good stuff. If you want to clean your electrical contacts, this is it. Wholeheartedly endorse it. Like I say, safe on plastics. Like other cleaners will melt plastics and cause all sort of nonsense. But let's see if we can clean out a little bit. I don't want to get too much. I want to keep some grease in there. Alright, let's see what happens to that. Next time I get the steering wheel on there and try to turn it a little bit. Hang on. Okay. I had to take the puller off to turn the wheel a little bit. Did that off camera. But we're here back now. The oxy's still in there. Try to wipe what I can off. I don't know, I'm thinking about putting some dielectric grease in there. Kind of like just packing it in there as I can. But let's see now. It's still centered where it was. Now you can see these little marks, but you can see already we're grounding. Right? It grounds everywhere. Except you. Oh, meter turned off. Sorry. We're at continuity. Got that little annoying beeper. So, kind of feeling good about putting this back together. But I'm gonna try to. Yeah, that grease looks really rusty, man. That looks horrible. So I think that you're supposed to pack it with lithium or something. Whatever they use. Let's see what the books say. Molybdenum disulfide lithium base grease. That's what you're supposed to use. Let's see if I have some of that. If not, then we're gonna go with the dielectric. Some moly somewhere. All right. Wish me luck. We'll come back when I get it all together and we'll see how the horn works. All right. It's all back together now. I don't know if you can hear this real quick. All right. I don't want to start beeping on it. It's kind of late on. My neighbors get all mad on me because I like them. So anyways, ended up being those bearings I showed you. I cleaned it up with the deoxit. Probably should have used something else to clean it up with first and then finish it off with this, because this stuff is expensive, but it works great. I love this stuff. And I didn't have no molybdenum moly grease, so I used the dielectric grease. Didn't want to do that, but I need the car tomorrow, so I don't know why I put the grease, but it's just regular dielectric grease. Pack the bearing with it. Only worry I have about that stuff is if it like gets dry or whatever, but it should be okay. I mean, if you can see, this is an 02 Sequoia with 170,000 miles on it. As far as replacing the clock spring that didn't need to be replaced, once you install them, you can't return electrical components like that. But that was totally on me. Thank God this was my car. Not a customer's car. You know, I would have hated to charge a customer for what those things cost, and then it not be the problem. That's like a worst nightmare. So, and I just got to chalk that up to being lazy. You know, you try to hit the horn, it works sporadically as you turn the wheel. Clock spring, I've seen it over and over again. This is a common thing. I thought, no problem. I didn't want to take off the airbag. I didn't want to check it. I'll get the part first and then I'll do all the work. That bit me in the you know what. I should have checked it first. And always when you check your power side, you check your ground side. This is, you know, basics, people. Basics will save you a lot of heartache and headaches and money aches. So word to the wise, it worked out. Happy now, got a horn again, and happy trails. Good luck with your repairs, and I hope this helped you a little bit. Take care, everybody.